Yeah.
And hopefully if I didn't just break everything. Yes! Hello, hello! And I'm checking now, because I have to check if I actually unmuted Discord. I did! Great! Hello, hello! And I need to turn off the lo-fi, or I'm gonna go insane. Alright! Welcome back to Danganronpa, Trivia Happy Havoc!
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa, ding dong bing bong. What happened last time? People died. Person died.
Wait, who was it? Wait.
It was one of yours, it wasn't one of mine this time!
Yes, it was one of mine. It was, Chihiro.
Chihiro.
Died. Sag.
Big rip in peace. I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand, was chill as shit.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust. Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree?
Told her. How could it not be brutal?
No, that's not my point. Do you say no? It's called association! This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you?
What?
My head was... Nani the fuck? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say.
I thought you were swimming, not reeling.
Hey girl, fish! And before I could even begin to clear my head...
What the heck?
Whoa, everyone freeze! You're both so...
It's a moida!
Hey, I heard screaming! Did something... Ah! Chihiro! Ding dong bing bong.
A body has been discovered.
Yay.
We got it, boys!
Time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Oh, this means you don't get to hear Monokuma's voice this time!
Thank goodness. Time to enter the investigation segment.
Woo!
What the hell was that?
That's right. You were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly?
Body discovery announcement? The Chihiro really is...
Naturally.
Dead. Yes. Okay, before you start screaming your head off, go around everyone else. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to uncover a killer. Good to know you're having fun, Byakuya.
I hope it's you.
Oh, it's you. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time had passed at all. It was as if my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all just stood there, gathered around Chihiro's body. I do love that...
We needed to wait for everyone to show up so the plot could continue, so I just decided to shut off my conscious thinking so that we
Pardon
don't
me
have to
while I
wait.
dissociate until the plot continues.
Literally. Damn. I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim.
Which means we are now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this?
What?
It's a dream. This is a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Ah.
Shut up. Okay. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
So...
Lustily... I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange.
You know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar?
A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. At the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly and then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
Kira!
Kira!
Genocide Jack!
Genocide Jack, huh? The murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
In fact, they were mean.
They were an asshole. Then this is some copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack.
The real? Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No
There's no way! But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I'm surprised at their stupidity.
Can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer.
Ah!
What is it now?
Toko! Hina was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room.
Look, it's a dead body!
Look, it's a- oh, fuck!
Uh,
Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there.
no. Why? Why? She fainted. That did not sound good.
Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up!
Oh, that's right. I just remembered what she said, how she faints anytime she sees blood.
Except for that one time, but shut up about that. So, she's hemophobic? Not in today's day and age, it's 2010. I imagine she does not want to watch too many horror films then.
This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. Ah, so since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd heard her. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was lying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. But I'm gonna try. She leapt straight up in the air.
You would think I wouldn't be able to say anything, but that won't stop me.
Words are constantly evading me. She leapt straight up into the air. Changing her stance as she did. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. What?
Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Hold on a sec.
No, thank you.
Hello, sorry.
You're right.
Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. My goodness. So, she faints and then wakes up as Genocide Jack, I guess is what's happening here. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
Must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. World has a front and a back, a top ending and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. It's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
Let's just get everyone who you voice in one conversation.
I know,
I
right?
don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
You need help, I don't mind.
Taka, could you help me?
She totally ignored me!
Very well. You take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again?
Hold on a second. Rushing to an investigation?
The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us.
Bum 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 bum.
Isn't that Isn't that right, Monokuma? Fuck yeah, baby! But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then it's happened again? Is that what you're saying? That another one of us killed...
What do you think?
I don't know, guys. Do we have to debate this for 5 minutes real quick? What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that. Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, I don't have any either, sorry. Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? Sure did, chum. It's the Monokuma file! I know how much you must be looking forward to it. So please, do your very tippy-top best on this investigation.
No way.
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Nah. Fuck
Me
it.
when I'm playing Ace Attorney.
Examining the corpse of one of our friends. Having to suspect all our other friends. Good rundown, Hina. I hate this. I can't take it anymore!
Oh no!
Two!
Help me!
I've had enough. I'm getting out of here.
Hey!
Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all of this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die.
That's true, but to jump into it so soon.
What? Do you want to die?
Such
Fine then. Go off and die somewhere. Right now. Go ahead. You're a waste of space.
damn you!
Dead body is an object?
Piece of shit!
Chihiro wasn't an object! Show a little respect or I'll beat some India.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said.
Yoko.
If we don't solve the mystery and find the killer, our own lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right that Genocide Jack is somehow the one that killed Chihiro,
That's
then
right.
unless we do something, more victims could start piling up.
What?
Forget more victims. If we mess this up, we're all dead meat.
Fuck yeah, baby! Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people.
Huh?
What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually.
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
So then.
In that case, why not limit it to one person?
Because fuck you! well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle.
No, but this doesn't make any sense because regardless, like, I mean, unless you can kill 2 people before either of the bodies are discovered, like, if you just kill one person and the body's discovered, you don't get a second chance. Either you die or everyone else does.
Just one would totally murder that possibility.
Punishment is waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger. which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch.
You need to shut the fuck up!
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna go drop Toko off at her room. That was almost a sentence.
Ace, I'm gonna get dropped off. What?
there is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Too sweet. If we do not solve the mystery of who killed Chihiro,
Is that okay?
then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. I don't have any other choice. Holy fuck! Alright. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. Time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
The body discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says.
The murder weapon was a crudely made statue of the thing.
thinker. It's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, gotta do what I gotta do. It's a great song from Dr. Horrible. Okay. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Why did I slip into Mondo for a second? Whoa!
Do you need something from me?
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know?
So what did you need?
I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation. I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allows you to solve Sayaka's case.
No, I only solved Sayaka's case because I'm the main character.
I only solved it because Kyoko solved it!
Yeah.
In like 2 minutes!
Yeah. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So, you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started?
I don't want to hear you comment on anything else that I'm doing.
we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around.
Alright, well shut up.
I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one.
Oh, murder weapon contender.
Woo! There's a dumbbell on the floor, and it's the bloodstain! There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell! The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her.
Does that mean the dumbbell is actually the murder weapon?
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Nice! Locker room demos, but add to the true section. Fucking...
Added to the court record.
Add to the... Yep. There's a fresh bloodstain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Good job, buddy. Tits McGee. This poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Great. Oh, let's
Bloodlust.
look at your hero!
Well, let's look at the body.
I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very
Not only that, but it was
It's the
Chihiro's
dead-
corpse.
Not only that, it was the vessel in which Chihiro Fujisaki's spirit once inhabited. But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
But
We're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Thanks, asshat. Alright.
that's not really helpful. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. Well, why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
well.
Still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. She really been exercising that late?
Perhaps.
You know, or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Huh. But when we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night.
However,
I mean, I get it. Introvert, you don't want other
Yeah.
people to be around.
Yeah.
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. Yo, who's her spot? So you're saying that she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would also have to come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think.
Great! Sakura's account has been added to the court record.
Good to know.
Thanks.
Punch the punching bag. And let me down there.
It should let you punch the punching bag. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? All I need to get stronger.
Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Like, we all do about everything.
We all say everything more than we sure did. Which I guess explains the trip down here.
But she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong.
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cost of
Yeah, because you're gay.
the cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Well, it's kind of too sexual, but
It must have to do with her tragic backstory.
ooh. The other girl in the room. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on.
Huh? Already?
You clicked all the shit in here, buddy. New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
Let's go.
Let's.
But
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so
Well, at least-
pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time.
moving forward at the speed of plot.
So this is our next location.
Huh? This place is related to the investigation?
I don't.
It's just outside.
What the fuck do you mean, man? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right?
As long as you're not commenting on it. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
That's right. It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You
Sure.
need something?
What's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yeah, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
Well, at least in the gender you actually are.
And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct? If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words,
Glad that we've had this cleared up for the 5th time.
Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means, hey, Makoto, I can see right through you.
You right through me.
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must have been one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such
Good
ignorance.
Lord, you're simple.
Wrong.
You're gonna look at me, you're
literally
gonna tell me that I'm
telling
wrong?
me I'm wrong.
You should pay closer attention to the— No, my headphones! You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another—
I can hear it.
Oh, fuck!
What happened?
I unplugged my headphones for a second.
Oh, well, there you go.
Whoa. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Goodness, I would
That's-
expect nothing
that-
less from the
those-
prodigal son of the noble Togabi family.
Those are essentially synonyms.
So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. That's still me. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things.
Like, what would be the difference between loaning and borrowing?
You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am.
If there's a real, like...
Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things. Get it? Got it? Good. It makes sense. It hits a point when it, like, kind of makes sense, It's just the wording
Okay.
is weird. I
It's
promise.
just, like if there's like a restriction on the time where it's like if you borrow someone's something for longer than like a day, then it becomes loaning. But like that hasn't been made clear yet. Wait, hold on. You're saying that you're saying it's a loophole, but to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So
Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your shit together. Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest in your own damn self.
This is like when you take an English test and like there's 2 potentially correct answers and they're like figure it out. It's like, but I'm not given enough information.
I don't know
for
what you
me to
want
figure
from
this
me!
out. Yes.
Dude, I messed up that section of the SAT so bad. Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall.
In hall, huh?
That'll help you understand what's going on. Guard reader has been out of the thing of the babadaboo.
What the?
We came to the main hall.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this place.
Right.
Isn't this where we met everyone at the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what are we looking for here?
Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Don't worry, I got you.
Well, it's fine. You stay as silent as you want.
Yeah, be helpful. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? No, it's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you finally found them.
Did you know these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems like there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
Then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka.
You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did...
Because a dead person is just an object. These are free grabs. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook.
Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
Spell it out!
Flashback.
This was 30 seconds ago. We don't need a flashback to this. Thank you. See, yeah, now I understand. Add to the court record.
What?
Hold on a second.
What?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
It's Leon's.
Shit,
I wonder
yeah.
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After
Okay,
all,
cool.
he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs.
So this could have been the blunt object that killed Chihiro instead.
Pummeled with baseball. Oh, hey, buddy! The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment, which led to Leon's death. The art style changed and everything. It was weird. The execution that the mastermind concocted. Cruel.
It's sad because he doesn't even like baseball. It's not even like poetic. It's just mean.
Well, he was the ultimate baseball star. It's like kind of on brand.
No, yeah, but he doesn't even like baseball. Right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Yeah, fucking would. Hey, hey! Hey, hey! Hey!
What?
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
From being pelted by a billion
Being
baseballs?
pelted? It doesn't
But it-
even like balls!
But it did.
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
Do tell.
But it's a
I can't
secret!
tell you.
I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared.
Just happened. I mean, you don't have to tell me because
I was... Let's flash back
I
to
was
it.
there. Kuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
So Sayaka and Junko must still be alive.
Okay then. This should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro.
Shit, yeah. To be exact, not quite. Not quite.
I mean, that's probably the plot twist. Sayaka and Junko are still alive, which is why their handbook can turn on, but Leon's actually dead. What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. What do you think he meant by Mr. Butts, it's not over for me yet?
You can call me Larry! Certainly, I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack.
Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case.
So what, do we think Genocide Jack is like... Toko's altar or something? That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
There's
What?
nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a
But I
ghost
mean, we
attacking
all
suddenly
know
and slipping away
who's-
before the police can catch up to them. What nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
We've already been through
We
this.
went through that exact
same-
conversation! Byakuya!
Kira. They say he's
It's
killed
Kira!
thousands of people by writing names in the Death Note. But that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that?
Probably. You're not wrong
Probably.
to wonder.
Words,
But words
mean
mean little
right?
right now. I don't know if that's a whoops. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Fucking show me, buddy! Oh, fuck, nope.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Great, and I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us.
Is there really proof?
There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all
Alright,
clear.
well,
Evidence
buy me some dinner first.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that kills your hero. Evidence. Does something like that really... Ah! Hey, you
That
two!
sort of law, evidence is everything.
They taught you
Oh.
nothing in law school. Big trouble! Need your help!
I don't
Second
have time
body.
to play with you.
I love that voice line. We're busy. Leave us alone. But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please! You gotta help me! Alright, Hina, what's up? This is a serious emergency! Please, please, you gotta help me!
Calm down, okay, Hina?
But it's an emergency!
An emergency? Well, why didn't you say so?
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange.
Yeah, we all saw that.
Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right?
What should we do, Byakuya?
Since
Very
it's
strange.
Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Are you sure?
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry!
Don't make me repeat myself, as in every dialogue. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she headed to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely.
You're right.
Woo! Where the fuck? It's over here. Is Toko inside? Some kind of... Oh, do I have to talk to somebody first? Oh, hi, Hina. Hi. Jesus.
You're a little close. You're a little close.
You're a little close. You guys are too slow!
I think you're just too fast.
So, what's this emergency? Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, to see how she was doing. But when we did,
She was gone.
it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright, now I can hit the door. Let's go. I may as well give it a shot.
Ding dong.
The door swung open, slowly and silently. I gently opened the
I
door.
gently opened the door.
Hey, babe.
Hey, honey. Hey, sweetheart.
Holy crap. Aura and negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
My therapist be like,
Won't allow it.
Huh?
Won't let Genocide Jack have control.
yeah.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face.
Okay, so we're all in agreement now.
Mm.
Genocide Jack is Toko's alter, but it's probably not like I don't know if we're at the point yet in the game where like the obvious solution is no longer the correct one.
That's the fun!
What was that?
She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago, let's flash back to a different conversation.
Oh my goodness. I'll drive out the killer. Just drive out the murderous fiend.
Thanks. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But
Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? I don't know. Who's the
Come on,
fucking...
y'all are a bunch of depressed teenagers. You never heard of DID?
Hey, that's you. What?
Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Well, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
The same cutscene
Hey,
plays.
babe!
What do you want?
Hey, darling. Leave me alone. Girl's so annoying. Dracula. Huh?
Byakuya.
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. Oh, right. She's like horny for him.
Yeah!
Don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation.
Hold on. Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a yakusoku?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
But
But it was in yellow! It was important!
Echo...
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah.
Sus.
Okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away.
Byakuya, you sussy baka.
You little bitch boy. And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room.
A library?
Ah, come on, let's go in.
La biblioteca?
Donde está la biblioteca? Alright. What's up, bitch? Are we finally going in here? If I remember, on the other side of this door...
The archive, right?
Hurry up and go inside.
Oh, here.
It'll
Let's
all
go.
make sense once you're inside. Here, I'm gonna force you into this tiny room alone with me.
I know, that's what he said.
Whoa! So many books and files.
So much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust.
So many file stuff under the shelf. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
Those documents are dangerous.
Dangerous, huh?
They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner.
What? You mean like members of the Diet or something?
No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from behind the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there.
You're just kidding, right?
Am I? I'll just let it go for now. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside.
Wonder what it was.
There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. An extension cord, huh? Let's just put on look at all this shit. It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, and then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. There's also $1 in it. Don't worry about it. What's up, bitch? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover that value for yourself. Great! What? Oh, do I just have to keep clicking shit? Alright. The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. So you have a sharp eye. Ow. You have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
That's right.
There we go. That's a report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
What's going on in this archive?
Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. There's a ton of thick files stuffed on the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things
Reminds me of when Shinzo Abe was assassinated, and then the guy who killed him was like, I killed him because I didn't like him. And everyone was like, you know what, fair.
Valid. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't want to look at. Wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful.
Okay, we get it. It's like the same kind of stuff. What do you mean?
All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak.
Oh?
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
Like, why is this here and or relevant? This can't be for real, right?
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie.
Well, it's not bad. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it?
Well, what about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual? Normal? Ordinary? Simple? Those words don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything.
Hope this guy dies soon.
You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? I'm built different. The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt.
Hold on a second, you're saying you've read all these documents and more than once? Well, this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why?
My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
What? How is that possible?
I already
in
told
other
you,
words-
there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world, backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials, plural, gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading
Like
through
this
those,
one.
like
The BL6 incident.
reading through them. Oh my god, reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
Oh my god, this is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. Oh my god. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. That's exactly what happened with Chihiro. That's exactly what I laid out in court today! Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse...
Use a different word there, buddy.
Phrasing! Her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's the key
right.
question. Because it's in this fucking room, buddy. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack.
Get
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. What? Is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the... Got it, okay. Then...
Among us.
Among us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal
Well,
fiendish
you're
killer.
right. Like, if is that information in the files in here, or is that just him saying, "Oh yeah, I read the Genocide Jack files before I came here"?
It's well, he said that the files here are the same ones that he has.
Okay, so yes, so then someone other than him, eventually, could have come in here and read up on Genocide Jack case files.
Among us.
Among us.
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would even become part of our little game. You're a class of ultimates, you dumb motherfucker! Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Oh,
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself.
So I can't wait for it to be revealed that Kyoko is the ultimate serial killer. That would suck. 'Cause I like her. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file.
About the getting on my knees and begging?
Could you let me see it, please?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. This stays between us. What do you want to do, blow this case? Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I had reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran out for several pages. Here's where Kate tries to pronounce names. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takashi Yoshida, 30. Komatsu Nataro, Takafumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yato Jima. There was no end to it. One thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was written in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page, and you'll find another interesting tidbit.
These all seemed like they were men's names. I could be wrong though. The next page.
We need the CG again for it. Woo! Profiling results. All of the crimes took place in either weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts,
The student, yeah.
it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student.
Man,
Evidence,
it really is Death Note, huh?
evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness had never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests...
Oh, there it is.
Suspect may
Hold it.
potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
That's it.
So, in other words,
The key point here is that the culprit may well have a split personality. Split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? So I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. That's... Alright. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else up till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know.
Really?
Not really. Get with the times, man. Yeah. This game's from 2010.
Oh, I mean, of course.
let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon.
Where are we going?
Anywhere but here! We finished our business here, haven't we?
Wait, Byakuya.
As usual, Byakuya turned and left without another word. I hurried out of the library to catch up. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial.
Thank goodness. All of a sudden like that?
I don't have time.
Come on, enough with your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? It was a fling. Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
And this isn't the Blorbo.
Goodbye. Byakuya is not your Blorbo? And just like that, he was gone. Just as quick.
Actually, he's not the Blorbo.
Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I feel like I was just some plaything getting tossed around.
It didn't have to
Cut me off! At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chihiro. And that murderous fiend is one of us! But who is it? I have to find the... No matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check out the boys' locker room, too. The others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Oh my god, okay.
Okay, if it's just as obvious again. Oh, come on.
I don't want to talk to you. Do I have to talk to you? I have to talk to you.
No.
Ew. Alright, whatever.
Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit.
I feel as if...
Another stat increase for me. Evidence, what did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet.
That's it.
But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
Are you sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Oh yeah, Miss Loonberg said
Whoa.
she witnessed something too. You good?
I'm good, yeah, I just like... I dropped the controller and it made the text go away.
What did she see?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right? Okay, so where is Celeste now? The warehouse by the dorms. She was there, but at the same time, not there.
What's it gonna be? Well, we don't have time. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that.
Well, let's check out this locker room.
Yep.
Okay, so the posters got switched, which means the crime scene might have happened here.
This poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't...
But to get in... Okay, now I'm thinking. To get into the girls... So the killer must have the killer must be someone who has access to both locker rooms, or had an accomplice to help switch the posters. There would be the only reason why the posters would be changed is because there was blood on the other one. Meaning, was like the carpet changed too because of the blood stain in there?
Somehow it doesn't quite seem to fit in the boys' locker room.
Right. And oh, there is a spot on the carpet there,
hello.
a brown spot.
There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it?
It doesn't say.
Hold on.
So then, So if Chihiro was attacked and killed in the boys' locker room, what was she doing in there? Unless someone was meeting with her in there. Or maybe...
Damn.
Right, I forget. Was there something restricting... There was no one restricting... Like, if a guy had the handbook and could open the door, there's nothing restricting a girl from entering the boys' locker room if he has the door open for her, correct? Was that that was talked about before, right? Okay.
I forget the exact phrasing of it, but I think it's like, anyone who goes in has to buzz in, like full college campus style, where it's like, if you go in the room, you have to hit the card reader.
Right.
That's what the Gatling gun's for.
Yes. In which case, maybe Chihiro had borrowed Leon's e-handbook. We should just ask Monokuma if there's a log, right? Of entry.
Oh, we're like full like Rise from the Ashes, like who hit the thing
exactly,
when.
100%.
See, that would be the smart thing.
Yes. Sorry. Okay.
So.
I'm trying to figure it out with the evidence we have so far.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, clearly, the evidence seems to point toward the murder taking place in the boys' locker room and then stringing her up in the girls', which means that either the killer and Chihiro, or one or the other, or something. The only issue is like who has access to both and how. That's the main thing tripping me up right now. Okay. Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul.
No forgiveness!
Damn.
Target such a helpless being. Unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this.
I love you, Sakura. Damn it. Wait.
Great.
Do I have to hit the carpet again? This blood stain on the carpet can only be caused by Chihiro's murder. Great. How do I have this conversation? Do I not have this conversation right now?
Oh,
no, I do know how to.
Has she solved the murder again?
Hey, Kyoko! It's the bloodstained poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but the big-breasted swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. Hey! Girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Have you considered lesbians?
Yes. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is...
That's right! There's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have?
Okay, but like the logic of why they were switched shouldn't have anything to do with like, oh, this one boys would like and the other one girls would like. No, it's because we saw this in the boys'
locker room
yesterday. Like, anyway.
Ugh.
Maybe we should go talk to someone who knows a little bit more about the locker rooms. Oh, God. Don't tell me I have to go talk to Makuma.
Fortunately, no.
Kyoko. No? Okay. Spent a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
Used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something.
Listen, girls who train together stay together.
Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. The carpet is different. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time. Okay, there we go. That's what it is. It's the coffee stain. Okay. We have protein coffee in the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options.
You can throw protein powder in anything, Makoto.
I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising.
I can feel my blood going insane from that.
Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and left her saying, all right, we got it. That's it. Confirmed.
Yep.
I don't see any stain on the carpet now.
of course.
Whatever.
I think I said earlier, the stain had disappeared. Where the hell could it have gone?
Should be a papa.
It only seems someone came along and cleaned it up. It still isn't it usually clean, as if there was never a stain here to begin with.
Nice. Speaking of stain, court record. All right.
Next time we're in dating mode, I want to talk to Kyoko.
Absolutely. Oh, what the fuck do you mean? Oh, do I just have to look at you again? The life journey out of my own body. It's a dead body. Cheers,
The dead body. Not only is it dead, but it's also.
It's also.
died.
Do I have to talk to
Okay.
Kyoko? What's up, babe?
Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation? Last time you solved it in 5 seconds.
Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
Something besides the investigation. What is it?
Well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But
Before I
So
go,
then-
let me give you one piece of advice. You should. Oh, there we go. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also,
Well, okay.
her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
goodbye.
That's about it. I'll be praying for your success. With
well,
that,
then maybe the other one. Maybe the one that won't turn on isn't Leon's. Maybe it's Chihiro's.
with that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room.
Just take another look at the body then.
And Chihiro's handbook is missing. That's definitely worth worrying about. Alright. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time.
I just said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Thank you. I better give it a shot anyway. Let's see.
Chihiro's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. This rope has a plug. Wait, so then this isn't a rope. Great, Makoto. The more
It's
I
a
think
cord.
about it, the more that's
But a
not the
cord
only
for what? That's isn't. You follow the other end. Where does it go to?
But the more I think about it,
Oh, wait. The extension cord that was in the wooden box. There we go. That connects the library archive to the murder scene because that's the extension cord.
the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her.
Yes.
Right. There's the issue of her being suspended in the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right.
Yeah, there's no scissors.
What does all this mean? Great. Well, one thing's most likely...
That's the one thing.
well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack file one more time.
I wonder where we could do
Oh
both
my
of those
God.
things in one spot.
Fuck
Did anyone
off.
ask for scissors lately?
We got some out of the Monomana machine.
Uh-oh.
Everyone just like
Did we
slowly
get-
turns to
did
look
we-
at Makoto like,
Did we give those scissors to anyone else recently?
I don't think so.
I feel like it would be. That sounds like one of those like random things where like someone would come and be like, "Yo, has anyone got a pair of scissors?" And they're like, I don't know, it might be in the closet or something.
The lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp cord isn't long enough to reach
Oh
the
my
outlet
goodness.
from here.
I wouldn't have realized that that's what you were supposed to click on to progress the plot. I would have just gone straight to the box.
Struck to the yeah.
In the archive room, and then been like, why isn't it progressing?
Why is nothing happening? I replayed this like the first time I did. I was like, I don't know what else you want me to hit. The last time I saw it, it was definitely on. It was definitely right here. Let's cut back to the one hot CG. We have Byakuya. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Added the court record.
Yeesh, that's awful. That's so bad.
Oh, wait, what the... Oh, do I actually have to go back in there? Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have to check the fucking...
Check the box.
It's like check the box and check the genocider show thing. The one box is empty. The extension cord was in there before.
Okay.
What? Do I hit the wall again? Or is it like... I want to take another look at that Genocide Jack's case file.
Yeah.
I know it was around here somewhere. It's gone.
Did someone take it out of the archive? What are you doing here? Ah, Von Karma! But the only one who would have done something like that. I can't think of anyone but Byakuya. Great. Is that it? Oh, thank God. Alright. Thank God. Okay. Let's... Wrong button. Every time.
Now what?
Now, we go back downstairs.
Oh, we have to talk to Byakuya and be like, you convinced Yanni Yogi to
Commit murder. Yanni Yogi.
Oh, right, we gotta talk to
I
her.
got a Celeste.
Celeste, what are you doing here?
Hanging out. This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life.
Yeah, if you like it so much, why don't you marry it?
From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
You did find something?
Very well. I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
Really?
This was right before nighttime.
We're looking for a pair of scissors.
what are you doing out this late? Oh, I was just... Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps? What? How did you know? Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying. Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And with
Well, that jacket hasn't turned up anywhere.
and just
yeah.
like that, she was gone. Right.
Yes, indeed.
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. Bitch, so did you! What do you mean? If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh my god, alright. Good talk, Celeste. Where are we going? Great, okay. Nope.
Chihiro's room, maybe? Maybe that's where the
don't-
track jacket and duffel bag might be.
I don't think we can go into people's bedrooms. I've been wrong about things before. Is it this one? There we go. What's up, Inch? This is Chihiro's room. But now Chihiro is gone.
Why?
Okay, I guess we're not going in there. Alright.
I'm hungry.
Hungry. Oh, wait! There you are!
Oh. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing?
Same as before. She won't come out. She just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left her there.
You left her?
my head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her.
Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Scissors! A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts.
What? Really?
I bet your hero would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried spending more time with her.
Think of it. Who did she spend time with?
Well,
Yeah, she was a little bit strange. She didn't really hang out with the other girls that much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us.
Geez, I wonder why. It's not like there's like murders going on. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yep.
yeah, totally.
It's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she was... it... It was like she stayed away from all the girls.
Was she just shy?
I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Have you heard of gay people? Owie, you are a gay people. Come on. Oh, wait! Maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right?
What?
You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, she had Chihiro had a huge, like, fan base as a programmer, I guess, of, like, she had the, like, little shy, vibe going on, but, like, like, ultimate e-girl, except instead of video games, it's just programming, I guess.
Yeah.
It was mentioned, like, once in the beginning that, like, Chihiro had this, like, following, but...
Right.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
You know what?
It's
I'm
the
with you there.
moment you've all been waiting for.
We gotta move.
The class trial. You
Yeah,
remember
let's
where to
do
meet,
it.
right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Begin the class trial, or...
It's about to begin.
The red door is right through here. Fuck yeah. Alright, that was creaky as fuck. So, is everyone ready to... What?! Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here. And Toko is...
You really don't remember?
Kidding! I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? She's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna do?
Okie dokie, I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please. And just like you said, a few minutes later, he reappeared, dragging Toko behind him.
Same. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I didn't, no apostrophe, believe you would drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible!
So now everyone's here, right? Okay then, hustle into the elevator and let's get this show on the road. See you guys down there.
Alright, is that time for...
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chihiro. Chihiro! My best friend, Chihiro Fujisaki! She was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any problems with her. Well, someone did. Clearly, someone made the choice to kill a girl like that. And the
Someone
murder...
jealous of her e-girl fame, I guess.
And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here.
Among us.
Among us.
All
Alright. We have no... Oh, fuck.
We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I gave a small nod in reply. With one last deep breath, I walked toward the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster, and as soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions, couldn't stop speculating. The steel box sank with a heavy clunking with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. As we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation, until finally it came to a sudden stop. What do you think? I redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting? Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's get this over with. Good, good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it. Not at all. Okay then, let's get the show on the road. Everyone, chills, kills! Everyone, please find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again.
Damn.
We gotta sit. My dogs are woofing. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly riddle, deadly defense, deadly faith, a deadly class trial.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Oh, we have more! Oh, sick. Alright. Don't lost in thought.
This is like Paper Mario badges.
Yes. Wait, what the fuck did that do? Oh, sick. Okay.
Increases the speed of memorizing a state. Melodious voice.
Increases bullet capacity. Yeah, sure. What's Melodious voice? Okay. So what did I not grab? Oh, that just, I think I had more time. Okay. Do we want to take a quick 5 or are we good to just jump right in?
I'm good.
Sick.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go! Oh, thank God I can shut up for a minute.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone
this is
besides
sitting.
the black
This
and
is
the one
standing.
that deceived
I'm
everyone
standing.
else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon.
First, we have to make clear what was used to deliver the fatal blow. What if I pulled the thing back up? There we go.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yep.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument could it have been?
A weed!
I bet it was an iron pipe.
No.
Come on, dude.
Dumbass. Damn it!
You better.
Shit. Nope. Shut up.
That certainly would.
Nope. I forgot the fucking controls. Hold on. Forgot the fucking controls. Okay.
You could swap the voices for that scene? I don't remember that.
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Shit! What the fuck? No, I don't care. Why am I bad at this? Nope, got it. We know what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god!
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt
Instrument could it? I bet it was an iron pipe.
I'm a pro gamer. There we go.
There we
Jesus. No, it's wrong! Okay.
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime?
I love that had the tone of like, can we please?
It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
You looked at her head wound?
Yay! That's so creepy!
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here. Let's move on to discussion of the culprit. Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
What? For real?
Alright.
Come on, dude. Keep up.
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did really kill Chihiro.
That's what he just said.
New elements been added. Fuck yeah, tell me all about it.
What
For
is
this
this?
debate, lines of white noise
Lines
will
of
appear.
white noise.
to disrupt your truth bullets will disappear if they hit these lines, so think about them as obstacles.
Oh, this Undertale ass.
Yeah, press the A button to attach the silencer, which you can use to shoot down the white noise. However, you shoot an actual remark with the silencer, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all, in which case you forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you.
Okay, so this is the ADHD challenge of trying to, like, pick out what people are saying.
The culprit is Genocide Jack, I'm sure. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible!
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on! There's just no...
No, it's wrong. I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
More
I
like,
guess it's some kind of
Byakuya
confidential
showed
file
me
the
this
police
file.
put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth, so let's forget about that for now. More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Boob lust.
What?
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's
So
something that
dumb.
has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
Tell them, Naegi. The other characteristic of a Genocide
There
Jack,
were scissors stuck in them.
if not mistaken, had something to do with the position. How the victim was positioned. I got it!
It has to do with the positioning.
Is it the
Click the one
positioning?
that says positioning.
The killer suspends
Jeez.
the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
You're right,
However,
Archer.
Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way. So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of.
They read it in the file.
It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
What?
Genocide
Why-
Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What?
You know this. Why is she acting surprised?
Wait, hold on a sec. Toko has, like, bloodophobia or whatever, remember? What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle. Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
Because I'm an asshole. Fuck you.
What? Because we need to pad out this game with long dialogue.
Something for Genocide Jack to be
It's not a
Toko.
riddle. It's something we've literally...
We've discussed this.
But can you spell
Can you
knife?
spell knife?
Wait, what does he want you to spell? What?
Now I understand. Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Sheesh.
This game came out in 2010.
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Yeah, but we've
Perfectly
literally
acceptable.
observed it.
Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Okay, so just really quick. I remember someone playing through, I won't spoil anything, but someone playing through the final case of Apollo Justice, and then I think being like disappointed that like if you're paying attention, you figure out basically everything in the investigation, and then like the trial is just, you know, like just showing everything that you already know. And for that reason, he thought it was like a much less satisfying ending than the other cases. And like, I understand that on one level, but also I think there's just so many other things going on in that case that like I don't really care, because it's like it's really structurally and creatively interesting. This is like if that was just the entire game.
Kinda. The one thing that shows Toku's personality, her behavior changed.
I got it!
I mean...
You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
You don't need an investigation segment. You can just kind of just go straight into the trial, basically, after like a cursory look at like every room.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be more enjoyable.
I can see it kind of going both ways in terms of like this is taking a much more like show your work angle with it, instead of just a like, all right, you get the satisfaction of like feeling cool and figuring it out on the fly, which is what like the whole premise of like the bluffing in Ace Attorney is like kind of set on. It's that idea of like, I'm gonna figure it out as we're going, and then Danganronpa is like, no, I'm coming in with a prepped case, god damn it.
Yeah, Danganronpa is what if you were actually a well-prepared lawyer.
But like you're like 19.
That's right.
Detective, more like.
Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
That body is different art, therefore you know. And she speaks differently.
That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Yeah,
Not
use
to
tone
mention,
indicators.
Once she
Tell
regained
Toko.
consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can handle blood, and one that obviously can't.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
Great.
Y'all were there.
You were there.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in. It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
Alright, well there's
I
no
do
evidence
believe you
to the
misunderstood.
contrary of what's happening here, so I guess this is probably just what it is.
What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
Huh?
Last night,
she promised,
just before
yeah.
Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
You know what? I'll say it. Jason Wishnov is very good at doing the asshole, I just want to punch you in the face voice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
VA in this game, none of it misses. It all hits.
It's like if a Nintendo Direct announcer was a snotty teenager.
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
Oh, speaking of, isn't the Mario movie thing supposed to come out today?
The trailer? I guess so.
Yeah, there's supposed to be like a Nintendo Direct with the Mario movie trailer.
I've heard
or
tell.
teaser trailer. But that's supposed to be today, I think. Doesn't look like it's up yet.
Archer says yes in an hour.
In an hour? Wow.
Promised. I can't believe you lied.
Right when the rehearsal starts.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to.
This is Miles Edgeworth, Adrian Andrews core.
This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
Not an elementary school playground, right?
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
Are we gonna let Genocide Jack have control?
Okay, so we have the killer and the motive and whatever, right? Like, that's all whatever. The two main questions left are...
I promise you would go out with me.
Oh, sheesh. The two major questions left are, why no scissors? The answer might just be there weren't any around. And how did she move the body from... Well, first of all, how did she get into the boys' locker room? And then how did she move the body to the other one? And the carpet and poster, etc.
That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but...
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. A huge thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second...
Well, hello there! Is it me you were hoping to see? Yes! What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
I was gonna say, if Genocide Jack is male, then maybe they can get into the boys' locker room.
Genocide Jack has their own fucking mono pack.
Maybe.
That's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend, Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
This is hot.
This is I'm kind of into it. Oh, that's a dom if I've ever seen one in my life.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
And it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid?
Yeah, it's not like you're both serial murderers or anything.
Government and society in the outside world are totally powerless!
Say it again.
I mean, they just let this idiotic, bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people. It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
Just kidding again!
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death. There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined.
Alright,
so
that
she
was
had
the
a very
motive.
clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
I like the voice actors
Sorry,
here.
as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit. But I cannot imagine anyone other than you
Oh man, I
would
hope
murder someone
big
in
if
such
true,
a bizarre
large if
fashion.
factual.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe. Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. She said, I need to get some more details about all this.
Let me think. So, who else could it be? Aha.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Yeah, there was no
Perhaps
scissors.
if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
No, that's wrong.
No scissors.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you!
Hey, do not do my boy Hero dirty like that.
I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a
Custom
professional,
made.
and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee. This is no creation
Nice.
of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense.
I
There
don't
are
know.
two
Doesn't
clear
seem
differences
necessary
to me.
between
Yeah.
the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Look at the neck and stomach.
I got it! For one, the cause of death is different.
Oh, if it is Byakuya as the
Genocide
killer,
Jack
that's
murders,
I'm gonna be very
all the
happy.
victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Seems like
Wouldn't it
someone
be
must
strange
have
for
killed.
someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method?
And it only makes sense if this was a copycat murder. Then one out of two things it must be. First is the initial murder took place on accident, and then later was set up to look like a Genocide Jack murder to throw off the scent, which means it could only be someone who read the file and knew who it was. Or it could simply be a case of they wanted it to appear like a Genocide Jack case from the beginning, but didn't have the means to custom make the scissors. Either way, I feel like Byakuya is probably the most, because he knew that Toko was Genocide Jack. So either way, he's the most suspicious at the
He's
moment.
the sussiest Baka.
Yes.
And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
At least it's interesting.
It's an interesting, simile. That's right, the second difference is how she was suspended.
Not with scissors, but with an extension cord.
That was everyone was stabbed through the hands.
What was used?
What was used? I got it!
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's 2 differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
I like that these are all cooking puns. I appreciate that.
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
Now she's starting. Now she's sounding like Harley Quinn.
Didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
They're all guys, right?
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
Well, they were all murdered in the apartment, the parking lots of their apartment complexes.
Let's see. When you looked at the lake, could you clearly see the men? The photo proof enough for you. If you look at the names of every victim, what you'll notice
Yes,
is...
they're all male. They're all male names.
Chihiro was her lover.
I got it.
Your lovers.
Because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the
I
victims
noticed
had
this.
something in common.
This entire game is just gonna be Max going big brain time.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men!
They're all her blorbos.
I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it. But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
What?
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
He only kills
Suddenly
twice.
start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of a one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy.
Shut the fuck up.
That's not all there is to it. It's a
Why
different
shouldn't she kill
matter
Byakuya
entirely
then?
when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
What?
Here we go.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly, cur.
Ass face!
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect! That does make some amount of sense.
Does make
Whatever reason I
some
have for
amount.
killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. You
Hey,
still
but
aren't any
like,
in the school.
yeah,
Are you
she couldn't
sure
have brought
about
them with
this?
her, unless they were like under her clothes.
She's got him.
She's got him.
She's fully equipped. That's right, so I can kill anywhere, anytime. Why would I risk wrong. You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you.
You're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah. At least they're switching up the plot a little bit in chapter 2.
Totally out of the question anyway.
Just know how to tie a knot. That might come up later.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Hi, Archer.
Enjoy Fall Guys, Archer.
Good,
Really
have
was
fun.
Suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
And that's literally anyone who could have read it.
Who's the one person that we know read it?
I sincerely hope that it's this dude.
Here's my
Well,
answer.
he's got a sussy look on his face.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police
He
records.
literally just said, "Hey, detective, here's
Plus,
hey, bitch.
here's all the reason that I would know everything."
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then
Yeah.
the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Yeah.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it. The adorable glasses man was behind it all. Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
I'm gonna punch you.
Literally from like the moment.
Day one, buddy.
Yeah.
The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Locker rooms. Seems nobody searched the locker room. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right?
I should have naturally.
There was more dialogue there, I guess.
First. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
But we didn't know that it was
Strange
her,
about
right?
that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
It's a clear contradiction in what Byakuya said. He's making it clear to everyone. Oh my god, what are we still adding? Oh, it's this. Yeah, alright. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down X, then you'll memorize the weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change it, it'll disappear. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to the lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. It's the best time to use the flashback? Well, you figure that shit out.
Okay. Thank you. Monokuma file number 2.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found his body. But he was acting weird. How?
You're given a lot of time.
I know, you have 12 minutes. It's awesome.
Check out the girls' locker room.
You absolutely
Skip it.
Skip it.
Move on.
Skip it.
Move.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
Shut up. No one wants that.
Okay, we got it.
This is a clear contradiction. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So, you said Byakuya.
Yes.
What? What?
What?
Shoot.
The fuck? Oh, I got it backwards. Fuck. Fuck.
Oh. Oh.
The victim was.
No, that's wrong.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see.
Right, because not everyone was there
Answer, I must admit.
when they met up in the morning, right?
Correct.
Or when did we find? When?
We
did we find the body?
We went to the cafeteria first, and then we all split up to figure out what the hell Monokuma meant by something happened to somebody, and
right.
Byakuya, Makoto, and Taka were the first 3 people to discover it.
Right. And not everyone was there
Very
in the morning.
Interesting indeed.
Correct.
But your reasoning is still too weak.
I think.
Huh?
Because if
What's
Chihiro
wrong?
was the only
Is
one
that it?
missing,
Surely you've got more
then
than that. Go ahead.
yeah,
Show us.
then this isn't really a contradiction.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it had nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences
Let's
between
go.
this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh?
Man, it's gonna be so sad when she's behind everything.
Archer, come on, man. The difference between this case and the Genocide Jack murders, the evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible, is hidden in there. What could it be? I don't know. What could it be?
I wasn't really paying attention, but I'm sure I'll get this.
Oh, got it. Yeah, okay.
Okay, desk lamp.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to
Nope.
I use my barrier, and I use the same scissors to arrange the... But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
Nope.
That's right. It absolutely was.
Nope.
Was it really a rope? No.
Then there must be something...
I don't want to listen to you.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen.
Uh-huh.
No,
that's
that's
wrong.
wrong. Welcome back, Jeebus. You're absolutely right.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord...
I like that he said it like it was a...
What? An extension cord?
Come on, guys. It's
Come
not
on,
that
keep
hard
up,
to
keep up,
observe.
keep up.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time
Oh.
went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe take this as a confession. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not even involved. Not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not
Sad.
disagreeing.
Sad that Byakuya is not the killer.
So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right?
It's the access
And what, pray
points,
tell,
right?
is still
How to
bothering
get into both the guys' and girls' locker rooms.
I killed her in the girls' locker room, then
Oh,
disguised
no.
my
No, you
crime.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that
Bothers you. A lot of that bothers me, Byakuya.
Okay, so it could still be him.
It could. On this beat, I'm gonna take a quick break very quickly because I have to go grab something.
Yeah, you got it.
Hell yeah, we will be right back with this fucking cliffhanger of the century.
Da-da-da.
And we are back. Hello. I've grabbed what I needed. Where is my fucking thing? There we go. Anyway, was that just now? Something not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room, but what does that mean? Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as the truth? No, I don't think so. There's something definitely off. The scene of the crime? Fuck yeah.
I got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
You did not.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
Yep.
The rest of the murder scene?
Huh.
That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did Did I just take you off guard?
Ooh.
When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up until now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission! What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence that shows the murder took place somewhere else. There was something that was switched between the thing and thing.
Well, the carpet and the posters.
I
got it!
The proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange?
I think it's
would
kind of
hate being able to. I would hate having to say that.
Bryce Papenbrook, you king.
Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
Let's join.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had
Moving on.
Moving on.
Super popular boy band Tornado.
That's my favorite sense of humor in these games, is whenever someone says something fucking wild and the protagonist is always just like, anyway.
Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not. Whoa, no. Period. It's not the stain that was scrubbed away. It was moved.
It was your bad attitude.
What do you want me to... Is it this one? This one, question mark? I got it! Great.
The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
So that the stain can teleport? No, Hero, that's not even remotely what I was saying.
Stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Yeah, there we go.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, do go on.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
I
So
got it!
they gave you the answer.
She must have hacked her e-handbook.
Nope.
She was the ultimate programmer, after all.
Huh.
I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
Sure,
No, I
Monokuma.
don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about, Lee?
No, it's wrong.
Oh, it's wrong.
Suck my dick!
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
Psst! You can't fix an e-handbook! The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring!
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room and Byakuya's the one who did it? Really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second.
Deus Ex Kyoko!
Let's
I agree
go.
with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that,
We need to
why
talk
don't we
about
take a
parallel
little break from the
universes.
trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait! Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, alright then. I declare an official class trial recess!
Huh? For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy!
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us
I love
was...
Legally Blonde.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom. What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully.
Okay.
Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like,
Oh, good thing we've got the pervert here to state the obvious.
No way!
Oh, at least he doesn't want to do it.
Probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body. It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just... based on religious grounds, you know?
Very
Sure.
well. I'll do it.
You're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura.
Babe.
We did it.
What is
We
this?
could have cut
Some
that
kind of
way
secret
down.
girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about?
Yeah. he
Yes.
thought-
Not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Putting her hands together in a brief prayer, Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this...
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form. Her massive frame trembled.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy!
Wow.
I see. So she is actually a he. Interesting.
Huh.
Thank you for confirming this fact.
What?
It's clearly a girl couldn't be a programmer.
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then, it's really true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was a guy? Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting.
One of those things where it's like, hell yeah, transgender rep, but like, this is not the correct way to go about it.
It's.
Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial.
Like, it's.
I mean, I've been joking this whole time, but like, because I didn't think they would actually go that far, but sheesh.
Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Okay.
Yes, well.
Okay.
I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. I thought it never even crossed my mind.
And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
That's what it comes
His
down.
handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
Then the question becomes, why move Chihiro in the first place? Right? Like, if this was gonna be the... I mean, I don't know.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
Well, at least this is one of those games where just like, wait, this one thing doesn't make sense, and then you click the next thing.
And everyone's like,
yes.
yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, at least we're not alone here.
I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little
No, you didn't.
off.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
This is the most titillating situation!
Oh, shut
So
Shut the
now
fuck up.
everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
I need you to have some character development so quick, Byakuya.
He's off in his own little world.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
Well,
Yes.
without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
What's
Just
going
seems to
on
be
here?
too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder.
Just for shits and giggles? Like, what?
And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room.
In the girls' locker room.
Decided to alter it.
So...
Are you fucking with us right now?
So, by that point, the poster and the carpet also should have already changed. Right? Yeah. Okay.
No,
well,
I am
that...
not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, so it really could have just been anyone. Well, okay, so they used... So it's probably a guy because they used one of the other... Right, they said it was one of the other e-handbooks to get into the girls' locker room. I mean, my lord, if this is like a case of transplant going on here, the guy is in the locker room already. Chihiro enters, or I don't know, like which way would make more sense. Jeez, this is awful. So awful.
Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Well, what evidence is left over? That...
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
I mean, Kyoko knows.
Reasons hardly matter right now.
But who else would know?
Is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, if it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
But if Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's only... what? There's one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. That was a sentence. The killer was able to gain access to the real murder scene, which means...
The killer's a guy.
Since the crime scene is the boys' locker room, you need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. But that's still not enough. I need to find some more shit. Great.
So it's got to be a contradiction in what someone is saying then, because I don't think we have that much. What was Celeste's account? Oh, she had the track jacket and the bag. So that's the one thing that's missing.
Nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
I mean, this?
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? the killer.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
I love the what do you think, Celeste, has happened
Now
both
that you
trials
mention it,
now.
yes, I did see him.
I'm gonna need them to stop using he, him pronouns to refer to. I'm not gonna.
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No, you already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Seriously?
Huh?
Who is
I
it?
missed something.
Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
Why? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Someone.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah?
No, never mind. Go ahead.
But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
Does Chihiro's track jacket really hold some clue about the killer?
Well, it's the only thing we got left.
Somehow it's really hard to believe.
Okay, let's see what we got here. What's the truth bullet that we gotta use? Still same account.
Yep.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Right.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Is it a guy's tracksuit? Is that the deal?
He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is the killer was wearing the
Fuck. No, shit. Fuck me in the asshole. I hit the wrong button. Just memorized it. It's gonna be like, the fuck is that about? Shit. Yep, I know. Hold on.
First of all,
You were trying to shoot.
I hit the wrong button.
What do you mean, the specific? I got it! It's Max, the one the culprit was.
So,
Well, it is
what you're
blue.
saying
So what you're saying is...
the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit.
No, that's wrong.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think
Hold on a
that's it,
second,
right?
Mondo. What did you
Yeah.
just say?
Because we never
What'd I
mentioned
say?
the color of the tracksuit.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said,
Well, there it is. That's Mondo.
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
she never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
There it is.
You just...
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone
That's
that?
right. Didn't Chihiro and Mondo have a friendship struck up?
They had a conversation at the start of the chapter where Mondo was being really aggro. And Chihiro was like, dude, what the fuck? And Mondo was like, shit, man, my bad.
Right.
I promise you, as a man, you ain't gotta cry no more, or like something like that. So, like, they've talked.
Right.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the
shit.
tracksuit was
Sorry.
is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility. Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Yeah, well, why didn't you say this earlier?
That can't be it either. According to
Also, it was in the duffel bag.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Yeah.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Oh, there it is.
But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
She learns from the best.
That's right.
Nice.
However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
Because I hate
Because I hate his ass.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
That's so
When
dumb.
Dr.
I mean,
was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude.
I imagine. Okay, this I'm sure probably has something to do with like honorifics in the original, and probably would have been more obvious than in translation. It was probably. Yeah, it might have been one of those cases where, like he'd refer to all the girls using like Chan, regardless of his familiarity level with them, and then just switch to start saying Chihiro-kun instead, which is still like an acceptable way to speak about, like, I mean, it's all kind of like, you know, you can mess with it a little bit. Kun is one of the more gender neutral affectionate terms, but it has sort of a connotation of, like, I guess, effeminateness. Like, you use it for, like, pets and, like, little boys. I don't know. It's like a whole thing, but that was not obvious for me.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Well, that's also, like, the point of it, I guess, is that it's so small. And then Kyoko says it, and you're like, oh, yeah, that did happen like an hour ago, didn't it?
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful.
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Which definitely means that this happened because Mondo found out that she was trans.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
Awful.
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
I come here. I take time out of my busy day.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
Oh, by the way, it's
It is, yeah. I'm just gonna text and be like, we're gonna push it, because, like, we're almost done here.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
Oh my god.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come.
Wish it wouldn't.
That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Great.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... here it is.
What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
You found it on the ground, right?
It's Chihiro's. That's one that's missing.
We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
Same as Leon's.
The culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
Gotta be something.
That's odd.
Maybe something gender related here.
So fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
How did the handbooks break?
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession, then...
Short each other out?
We can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Huh? You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But
If I tell you and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just make it a rule.
Tell us already. Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
High temperature.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the
Ah, there it is. There's the connection.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
So,
Interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Taka and Mondo, did they take theirs into the sauna?
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break
And
it.
Taka's involved?
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone.
Well, okay, so Mondo knows then. Because his is broken because of what he went through.
Quite the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer
You
took
keep
their
saying.
own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
We do.
I might know someone who did.
They made me sit there.
Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Who might have brought their handbook into the sauna? It had to have been the one who wore all their clothes into the sauna. Where is he?
Oh, right, because he wasn't... Right, he wore all of his clothes. So Taka didn't take his in.
Your handbook
Taka
got
stripped.
broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago. Remember?
Yeah, that's what we're calling it.
What the kids call it
And
these
for
days.
the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets.
Look, man, you don't have time to take it out of your pocket if you're doing gay shit in the sauna.
Man, I'm sad that it's Mondo. I
When it
like
was
him.
all over, Mondo
Although I don't
discovered
like him if the reason that he killed Chihiro was transpanic. Then I
Well,
don't like him anymore.
We'll get there.
We'll get there. We'll get
get
there.
there.
I'm sure.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. What? What? Oh, okay.
Oh. Alright, what is it?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Well, yes.
Nope. Wrong button.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken,
Hi, Leon. Bye, Leon.
then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook.
No! Fuck me in the ass! Nope.
See? Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I know he wouldn't.
Let's test Makoto. If what he says is you broke your own, in other words, if Mondo, then that proves
that what Makoto...
Well, my goddamn...
Oh! Suck my dick.
See? Makoto was
Did it
wrong.
miss?
Mondo wouldn't hurt
No.
a fly.
I don't know why I didn't hit. It's right. I'm just like really bad at aiming.
Says if you broke your own handbook. In other words,
So silly.
if Mondo's handbook, then that proves that...
Well, my goddamn...
No.
Suck my dick! Oh my god.
See?
Hang on.
Makoto was wrong. Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly.
I'm a pro gamer. I should be able to do this.
Let's test Makoto's... If what he says is you broke your own... In other words, if Mondo's handbook, then that proves that what...
Well, my goddamn...
Thank you!
No, that's wrong. Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then...
Are we on like the last part of it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
...is actually
Okay.
Mondo's. Which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes? But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch. What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time?
Oh,
from
sure.
the beginning?
Oh my god, alright.
That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's fucking go. Alright.
Oh.
I always fuck up the first one. God damn it. Do they change it every time? That's stupid. Alright, hold on. Fuck.
Yeah, that one.
Yep.
Okay, so
There
she
we
did
go.
go in.
I'm gonna come back to that one.
Someone came behind her. There was something. There was one earlier that was.
Yeah. I always have to
Okay.
come back to that one so I get it wrong.
All right. Okay. That looks.
That's probably it.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Unless that's picking everything up. So that's like over here.
It's not really that intuitive.
My deck. It gets better in later games, which is great, but...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, shit. Wait. hold
Okay.
on. Wait, did I fuck this up? Oh, that was the one. Alright. I think. Whatever.
Mhm.
Hey, asshole.
That one. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah?
Was there one left?
Yeah, there's one.
Hmm.
Splatter.
Right. Splatter,
Taking
splatter,
off the
splatter.
wall. Oh!
Yep.
Oh shit, this is like here. And then it's this one. There we go.
Yes.
There we go. That's
Here's exactly what happened.
maybe if I didn't fuck it up.
First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag.
Thank you. Using the right pronouns.
That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker
Alright,
room.
just a sec.
Specifically, the
I'm gonna be back in a few minutes.
Hell yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Okay. Ah!
But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
The school is transphobic. That's how.
Because she was really a he. Which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro.
I mean, I guess it could just be because of Makoto's need to keep a secret, or Mondo's need to keep his own secret.
And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch.
I'm not gonna call it that, thank you.
That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out. Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Wait. No. This can't be right. Where's your evidence? Yeah. Where's your evidence? You need evidence. You need proof. Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him.
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. If I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now, once I do that, everything will become clear. Alright, what's going on? Oh, it's the... Alright. Let's go.
Oh, it's interesting that he's the rhythm game now, dude.
Wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
Fuck.
Show me some evidence. I won't listen. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False.
This is fucking impossible.
Show me some evidence.
Okay. That works.
Show me some evidence.
This should prove it. If my thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now.
Sorry, Taka. Your boyfriend did kill a man. I'm so sorry.
Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Sag.
Shit, yeah. Okay.
He got 82 medals.
82 mono coins for...
Bro.
What are you saying? I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up. Go ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting, no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab
It's
your
gonna be a
lever
mystery
and give
for
it
now.
a yank. Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Alright.
What?
Uh-oh. This time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it's so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Owada. In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I used to believe it. There's no way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? Why? Why did you do it?
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf. The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, you can hit the B button to fast forward. Fair. Alright. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd heard things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness.
Is this Shinji from Neon Genesis Evangelion?
On the contrary, he tried to hide and bury himself further and further into that weakness, to take on the fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out.
No, nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken root deep inside of him, and was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear. Instead, it only grew stronger and stronger.
Weak.
Beats. Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, the world is survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you don't survive. Baby, this is how it goes. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy. Archer. And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't really want to talk about it right now.
But
But I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later. After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the thread of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so when someone says, even though you're a boy, I'll be okay. I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action. And so... That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was prepared to retrain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey!
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me. Yeah, it sure fucking was! The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises are. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help give me some courage.
So he went to ask Mondo to help him become strong.
Interesting.
That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then, that must be why Mondo did what he did, to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro.
Huh? Did he what? What he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried the Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Yes,
Indeed.
That's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been a part of it, but I don't think that was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep a secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got into the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity. So, he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook. See?
Then Mondo did all that to keep the promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed. Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you...
Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all.
Yeah.
The possibility of having your embarrassing memories and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something you didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone?
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standards is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it. Well, while we're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know?
Hey!
You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother!
That sounds about right.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader, makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone.
Man, this is so funny that Makoto's is like, he would wet himself through 5th grade.
And yeah, Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Iwata. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo ever got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, #1 in the gang, and his #2, his younger brother, Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy, but when Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday, his brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers of the other members of the gang, which is why... I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Don't fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes, I gotta come out on top. And on the night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly...
That's not killing him. That was his brother. What? That's not the same thing.
It It might come up in a second, but it's the idea of, like, just getting Mondo out of the way so he didn't get hit, and so...
Yeah.
Survivor's guilt. Laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Dia never blamed him for what happened.
No, it's not.
Hey, kid, the rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. 'Cause it's the team. You and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anyone that it was his own weakness that had caused the accident. And as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Dai was going to lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation for what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth. He wanted to lead the team so bad he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother. I'm strong. Strong. And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own older brother. No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I'd been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why after I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled up with a kind of fuzzy uneasiness and just started swirling around. I'd never felt anything like it before. I didn't know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while, that fuzzy uneasiness turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you.
But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
'Cause, I mean, you've kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
Oh, there you go. I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy that version of me forever.
His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself.
I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. You're so strong, it can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You're saying I should just say it? You're saying if I really am, I should just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had the strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was the kind of strength I've never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong? Are you fucking with me right now?
No.
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo.
I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? Was I supposed to just sit back, let my secret get revealed, and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Why did you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just
No, I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's
right. I am strong. I'm strong. Stronger than you. And stronger than Dia! I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was lying at my feet, covered in blood. I had the dumbbell in my hand, and I was just staring at him, down on the ground.
Hey.
I killed him. I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everyone. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his, and it turned him cold-blooded. God damn it! Look at him, you see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, from a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He couldn't get free of his regrets from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? Because I sure don't.
You bastard.
Ooh.
Just shut up, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, say that again, I dare you!
Okay, I'll say it as many times as I want. It's what I want to say, but unfortunately, I can't do that right now because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
We gotta get to rehearsal.
We do. I know. We gotta kill him faster.
Punishing.
I need to leave.
It can't be.
You mean execution? What do you think?
That's what I promised you, right? The blackened that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Well, hold on. No.
Now then.
I prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait!
Let's give it everything.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
It's punishment time.
I said wait!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
There we go. Mondo was the imposter. There he is. Okay. What's one of these things? Age of Death. Oh, electric. Yeesh.
Laugh at death, your soul will forever be at peace.
My brother.
Another murder and another execution. I want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. I feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. Yeah, he's got that one.
Yeah, you got it.
He's got that one.
Thanks. It's the same.
Thanks.
Twice in a row.
As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again.
Despair.
Something's come on. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game.
Ugh, I wish you had died too. Yeah.
You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that? Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have a response except that.
However,
I just don't understand why. Why did you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It chilled me to the bone. Last night...
yeah, we've also, you know, just straight up got another serial killer here, like, officially confirmed. We've all kind of forgotten about her, but, you know, she's like right over there.
She is here. Last night when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual. Honestly. So you ignore the nighttime rule too. So did you, Celeste. Shut up. That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing
I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late and I decided to return to my room, which is when I stumbled upon him. I spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse.
What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder?
He was such a fool. He didn't have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
Indeed. Right. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up.
You did all that to liven things up?
So, after hearing about Genocide Jack and Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene?
But...
Damn, man. We hadn't figured out who'd really done it. You would have been dead too, right?
Well, obviously, I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point. Of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. It was kinda hot. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did. And I was able to perform an interesting experiment. Once I do decide to become blackened, I now know who I'll have to watch out for.
What?
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied? Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on. There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next. You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is why?
Because it's fun.
Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, it's not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
It's a reality show.
You're over-exaggerating. I am not over-exaggerating. These punishments are meant to transform all hope to despair.
Damn.
What do you mean?
Mean. 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 Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every stupid little thing. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me. I'm the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. I think this is the start of a terrifying friendship. Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand? In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is a foregone conclusion.
You're getting all riled up.
So cool. It's like you're the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you. I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you. Temper, temper. It sounds like someone needs a nap. Monokuma's laughter peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro Mondo, but I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who are still alive, our worst fear and despair kept on multiplying. It was the kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. And all our courage, our effort, our friendship, it felt like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Despairing despair.
Despair, despair, despair nuts!
What?
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right?
Right, Kyoko?
Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away.
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
Ooh-woo.
Ah, this is the Blorbo.
You really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but... Super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied! Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Nice threat, dude.
Okay.
We did it.
Oh my god.
Woohoo. Aw, man. Okay.
And we're done. All right. Jesus, we did it. All right.
All right.
You received the crazy diamond present. Can I go
I guess it's also... I mean, we started late, too, so sorry about that.
Dude, you're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Can I just give that to Taka? I feel like he needs that.
Probably.
Okay. Nah. Alright. So... Return to title, because it just auto-saved. Oh my god. Okay. Hifumi again. Great. Alright. So we're down to 10 people.
It's like 3 or 4 chapters left.
Someone's in cahoots with Monokuma, apparently.
Yeah.
Taka's not gonna have a good time.
Nope.
And that's one more person I voiced that's dead. Woo! Alright. I'm gonna mark that on my sheet. Tomorrow night, I'm probably gonna play more Fall Guys with Archer. We'll find out. Who knows? Sunday, we're gonna start Turnabout Goodbyes with the cast of Turnabout Musical Virtual Edition, hopefully, if that gets to work. And Monday, Your Tune to Die Chapter 3 Part 1 with Archer. Is there, anything else, Max, from you?
Not right now.
Awesome. I need to go sprint into a different call. So,
Yeah, me too.
Alright. Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. And until next time, see ya.
Alright. Take care.